Hi guys, right, it's end of April 2022 and I'm back at Olivemead. I've got 3 visits to Olivemead this year and I'm going to make one big film, probably because I won't catch any of him, so I do a film of how it goes this year. So this first session, like I said, end of April, conditions a little bit overcast, a little bit calm. I'm wrapped up like a walnut whip, I don't need to be, but I'm in the Cedars swim. My next 2 visits, I'm in the Willow on the opposite side. So the rods have been out about 20 minutes and we see how we go. So I tell you what, we're in this lodge. I'll just pan round, the rods are just there. We'll pan round to the lodge and there it is, absolute luxury in there, television, all the full cooking facilities, a double bed, single bed, the toilet and shower all in there. Nice living room, absolutely top facilities, and there's a table and chairs up on the patio. So there we go, Olivemead this year. I've got 3 trips, as I said. Let's see how we can get on. First go, been here half hour fishing. Come on. That's the first night done, no fish last night. Did have one run, but it could have been the ducks. There's ducks around, backleaded, so there was no reason for it to be a line bite particularly, but there was nothing there. So yeah, tricky stuff. I did get a bit close to the island last night, and what I couldn't see, when I come in, there's quite a ripple in the water, and I didn't get out my lead and start marking. I wanted to just not chuck leads and marker floats around. So, but I can now see there's no ripple on the line. There's some light lily pads and weed there. So when I brought it in this morning, when I pulled it, it did just tug a bit on some of the lilies, and I brought in a bit of cabbage, so I've had to move away from there. I didn't have a bag on it. I should have had a bag, because that would have just crashed through it. But the other rod was fishing. So yeah, first morning, a little bit brighter this morning. Still not particularly warm, but it is better than yesterday. And that's one night done, no fish. Well, it is Friday night, my last night. No fish so far. Tried a few things, tried a few different baits, PVA bags, pop-ups, wafters, tried it all. I can't get one at the moment, so there we go. I mean, one more night, who knows. But anyway, if you're going to blank, you might as well blank in the sun. The sun has come out. In the last 3/4 of an hour or so, the sun has come out. I tell you what, it's been pretty cold. I tell you what, if you're on the lodges and you've got a wood burner and it's cold, get the logs, because last night, brilliant with the log burner. Absolutely, and probably cheaper than having the electric on. But yeah, that was lovely. But like I said, if you're going to blank, you might as well blank in the sun. But that's what happened today. I bought all 3 rods in about 10:30. Went for a walk around the lake. There's only one guy fishing. I do believe the gentleman's name's Bob. He is in the Willows. I'm in the Cedars. I walked around, I had a chat with him for 5 minutes. Just as I left him, he went, "Oh, I've got one." He called me back, and he's just had, or he had this morning, and it might be the biggest common in here, £40 something. His pictures are on the Facebook. He was well happy. He said it was a fish he was after, so he was well pleased. In fact, I've got a bit of a habit of being here when people do well. I think there was a young lad caught the record in here last year, at the end of last summer, and I was fishing in Sadie's and he was in that same swim and he caught the lake record. So I seem to be here when guys catch them. I just can't catch them. But like I said, I shall make this a video of my next 2 trips. I've got one coming up in June. I say it's early May now. Well, it's the May bank, actually it's May bank holiday, because it's this bank holiday weekend. So I shall be back for 2 days in June, and then I'm back for 3 days in August in the Willows. So, but I've still got tonight, and the sun's out, and it's better than being cold if you're going to blank. Hello, it's June. We are back at Olivemead. The second part of my adventure, my 3-part adventure for this year. So the first part, no fish over in the Cedars Lodge, but we're in Willow now. I haven't fished this swim at all. I have fished the main lodge, and I fished Sadie's Point. So this is Willow. Actually, say it's mid-June. Actually, the conditions are perfect, really. I'd imagine. I'm fishing in the bay behind to my right. I've got 2 rods out there. It's so windy, I've had to turn my sensitivity in, so it's very windy. It's blowing into the bay. I've got both rods in the bay. because it looks good for it, so I bait it up between them. So yeah, this is you know, ideal condition. It has been sunny, it is quite warm, so I've got my t-shirt on and shorts. Not cold, but it's you know, the sun's coming in and out, and as I said, the main factor is the wind's up. So we have 2 nights here, and we'll see how we get on. Again, same sort of standard. The lodge is absolutely fantastic. We'll have a look into the bay. This is where I'm fishing. There you go, perfect. Wind blowing into the bay. Lily pads, sort of half a rod length off one to the right and one further up the bay. So yeah, it's looking good for it really. I've put some bait out. 2 rods are out for now. We'll see how we get on. Nice one. Willow Lodge. Yeah, nice. Right, Saturday morning. So last night my consistency of catching diddley carried on. Yeah, so here we are. Saturday's probably about midday now. I brought the rods in. They were both fishing last night. Baits were good. Keep changing baits just to try and keep your enthusiasm up. Not that there's any wrong with any of them. I mean, I think most of us, probably none of us scrimp on baits. There's plenty of bait makers out there selling very good baits. So yeah, I'm just mixing up colours, mixing up singles, barrels, wafters, bottoms, doubles, colours, the lot, like we all do. You just do it. I think you do it as much for your own to think you're going to try something else if you haven't caught. Yeah, I mean, it still looks good. The sun is coming in and out. It's obviously sunny at the moment, goes behind the clouds. There's a big difference in the sun when it goes in, which is obviously an obvious statement, but yeah, still the wind is blowing in my bay. Yeah, I mean, you would say it's good conditions. I'll tell you what, years ago, if somebody had said, how many times have I been here now? I've been here about 5 times, I've caught one. If they'd said, anyone, I could go somewhere like this and only catch one in 5 trips, and I said, get out, I'm too good. I think I've been put in my place by this lake. I guess there's plenty of people out here go, oh, I've caught lots here, what are you doing, what are you doing? But I'm sure there's a few people that struggle on these tricky little lakes as well. So if it comes good, if you've been in this swim and you caught and done well, good on you. I take it, because at the moment I'm struggling. I don't think I haven't seen one caught in the 24 hours or so since I've been here on the 4 swims. So, but we're sticking with it. When the sun is out like it is now, it is lovely. I've got the cricket on, having a cup of tea or whatever. It's nice. But yeah, really could do with a fish just to really get the old confidence up. A lot of it is in fishing it. You get confidence, you think you can, you know, or you've caught from a spot. Find yourself a spot, catch off it, and you know, even when you put it back out, you're thinking that's got a chance. But at the moment, no fish, so yeah, struggling away again. Sunday morning, last couple of hours left, and yeah, no fish last night, so that's it. This could be my 3-part Olivemead trip. It looks like it's going to be 2 down with no fish. I haven't seen any fish caught. There's nobody in Cedars now. I know Bob, who was in there, didn't catch. I don't know about the guys in the main lodge. I haven't seen the guys in Sadie's lodge catch. Doesn't mean to say they haven't. So yeah, sun's out. Relatively, it's a nice morning, but yeah, disappointing, no fish. I think I said yesterday, I tried lots of different rigs. I had one rod really where I was just randomly casting. I changed bait size, bait colours, put small baits on. It was fizzing out in the middle, so I put on a real small bait in case they were feeding in the silt in the naturals. But no, wasn't for the want of trying, and but it's looked like it's not to be on this trip. So big pressure, 3 trips, 2 down, no fish. Putting the pressure on for the last one this is, or it could be the grand blank. But yeah, it's been a lovely, it's nice here, I do like it. The lodge is fantastic, it's easy, the cooking, it's car horn right next to the motorway. But yeah, no fish, we'll live to fight another day, thank God. Before I come back here, actually in 4 weeks, I've got 4 more weeks at work. I mean, you know these things when you're going fishing. I have 4 more weeks before we go to Legendaire, that's Gary and me, in France for a week, so let's hope my luck changes a bit there. And then we'll be back in August, back in this swim for 3 days. So unless I catch anything, the next time this video will come will be August, back here. It is August the 18th, I'm back on Olivemead. This is trip 3. The first trip was over in, we got mixed up these in the Cedars. Now we're in the Willows. We were in the Willows about 2 months ago. I haven't caught a thing, so this is third time lucky. This video depends on me catching something, because nobody wants to watch a video of no fish, even though I've done that before. Anyway, let's say there's going to be a fish. Yeah, 3 rods are out. I'm towards the bay, which is coming around here. I'm towards the bay there. I am over towards the tree. There's a little gap there towards the reeds. I've been over there and leaded. It's quite firm bottom. I've been over and put some boilie out, some particles, some corn. I'm trying, I've cut down on my size of my boilie. I've halved quite a small boilie anyway and tipped it off with a bit of maize, just to try and break it up from the all boilie attack. So I've crumbed my boilie down a bit, just trying to fine it down, just looking for something really, something a bit different. So yeah, 2 rods out in that bay, and if we come around here, obviously big feature is the island. I'm leaving that for now. I did see a fish top come straight out over there, so it's tempting, but everyone goes there. There's an aerator over there. You can see the area. I'm just to the right of the aerator. Again, I've been around and leaded. It's quite firm around there. Caleb, who's got a son, that was his advice. Give it a go down there. And you know, these people are here every day, so if you don't listen to them, then you are a prize one. So, you know, obviously no guarantee, but you can only take the best advice. And the best advice comes from the people who are here every day, so it's down there. So yeah, third time lucky. I've just come back a couple of weeks ago from Legendary, of all the people who commented and decent comments and said well done and enjoyed the video. Thanks for that. It's again, Gary did our care on there. I had a couple. It was a nice trip, but now it's all about this. I've got 3 nights here, 3 nights at Olivemead. So let's see what we can do. Let's get a fish. Come on, I need it. Definitely. Well, I've caught one. I had a run earlier on, close into the aerator, and I lost that when it came off. I did have it on for a little while, so I put it back out, and it's only probably about 8:30. And I was just coming to the lodge. We just sat down, the rods were set, and off it went. The same rod toward the aerator. Not the biggest fish in the world, but you know what? My 3rd visit, it's 19 £. I've caught one. I'm happy, great. You know, that's what a relief, eh? After 3 ships. Video depended on me catching something. Just shows you, stick with it. Actually, there's guys in the sea, they've been here all week. They haven't caught, so I've been here, you know, since one afternoon, and I've nabbed one. So I have caught one. We've got the pictures to prove it. 1 up. Thank God for that, eh? Nice one. Morning, Friday morning. Yeah, it feels better to have that fish last night. And actually, about it's probably only about 8:30 now. About half hour ago, I was in the kitchen, just tidying up in the living room, and I had another quite a good one. It screamed off. By the time I got down the steps, I hit it. I had it on for a little while, but where it managed to get near that aerator, I was fishing not very far out here, but it managed to get its way towards the trees and the aerator. I don't think it actually got to the aerator, but it's something under there, a tree or a branch, and you guess where this is going. Ping, snapped. I'm not having much luck with the old cut-offs at the moment. You know, sometimes you're playing the fish, aren't you, and you might be in a snag and all of a sudden it comes out and you think that's handy, oh that's good, or you get away with it. But that time, no, it came off and that was a good run. It screamed off. It was when I got down to the rod, the bait runner was spinning away. I've tightened up a little bit more to try if it happens again, but yeah, that was annoying. That should be 2 fish, but you know what? I've had that one. I've got a spot now. It seems to be. It's produced a couple of runs. Yes, it's good news. I feel better for that fish after these trips. So actually, a video can go on. So it's a nice day. It's going to be warm. Hope maybe it's still within a chance. It's not going to be roasting hot like it has been for this summer, but it's a nice bright morning. Probably still got a good chance during the day. So let's see what happens. Nice one. Yeah, good to get a fish, eh? Well, it is still Friday night. Yeah, today's been slow. I still gutted about that fish this morning, losing that. That was a good run, but so actually I'll come round to the scene of the crime. My one single rod here, and I was just out by the pads here, and it managed to get towards the aerator. Yeah, they all don't they, when you lose them? I just let it get too far. I tightened up a lot tonight on the old bait runner and that. So you could say operator out. But there we go, you live and learn. So yeah, very quiet today. I've been baiting up. I put more bait out than probably I've ever put out before here at Olivemead. I made loads of corn, loads of particle, rock salt in it, flavouring, chopped up boilie, crumb boilie, you know, a whole bucket full of good stuff really. I've been putting out with a bait spoon on the long handle, so I've been putting quite a bit of bait out and regularly trickling boilies. So you know, you would say it's good tactic really. But yeah, I think today during the day was quiet. We're starting to get. I haven't seen as much. There's been a load of fish topping. I haven't seen quite as many as last night, especially around the aerator. Last night they were topping around the aerator. We have seen quite a few topping out in the middle. It's just quietened off now. I guess it's getting towards about 8:30, 8:45 now. Not so many topping. Anyway, my bait's on the bottom, so I don't want them topping. But yeah, relatively, who knows, confident. I've got one to the side, the aerator. I pulled my one from, let's pan round. I pulled my one from the pad out, and I've gone towards the island. Let's face it, I know the island probably does get hammered, but I'm not too close, so I'm open water towards the island. I'm one on the far bank over there towards the pads, where I've managed to go to the swim, which was an old bivvy swim. I can get over there, and I've been spooning in particle as well. So I don't really think there's much more I can do. But who knows, hang on. So there we go. It's Friday night. I've still got another night, but I'd like to get one tonight. So let's see how it goes. It's not too cold. Relatively decent mid-August evening, and we'll see if we can get one. It was only probably about half hour on from this last night when I did catch one, so confidence is okay. Yeah, come on. Let's do it, come on fish. Morning, right, Saturday morning, probably about 8 o'clock. Last night, the rod which I thought was going to be my banker over towards the far margin went. Now, why I say I thought it was the one, because I went over there and I felt the bottom. I knew it was a good spot. It was all flat around there, and I've been walking around to where the old swim is. The swim is still there, and the wooden platform, and I've been trickling out bait quite regular, a mix of hemp, corn, boilies, crushed bits and pieces, rock salt, all in the mix, and I really thought that was going to be my banker. So last night, probably about 10 o'clock, off it went. Fish was on, bringing it in after about 2 or 3 minutes underneath the rod tip. The fish made its way slightly to the right to near the lilies, which were in front of me. I bent down to pick up the land in there, and the hook pulled. Now, I've lost fish before, we all have, but that one hurt. That one really was I stood there, and actually I had to just stand there and count about 100,000. I was gutted, because that plan, you know, the plan and what I put into place, the bait I chose and the method of that, it came good, and I blew it and it came off, so I was gutted. As much because I thought it was good angling, which makes a change for me, you know, and I've been here, as you can see, for the 3rd time. Anyway, that went, but 3/4 of an hour ago, boom, the same rod to the margin, the one where I had the 19 down towards the aerator, down there, that flew off. Now I hit that one, and that fish didn't make it to the aerator. I tightened up, and good news, 33 pound. 33 pound, get in, come on, that's made up for last night. Yeah, that is good. that rod is now out for a little while I sit down and have a cup of coffee and feel good about myself. So after last night, down, back on it again. So feeling good about today. Yeah, I would have taken that before I came. After not catching, I'm as much pleased with my tactics and decent fishing as the result in a way. You know, I had plenty of time to think about this, and it's coming good. I mean, so really, I mean, that's 4 runs, two land. It could have been better, but I'd have taken that, and we still got 24 hours. Come on, get in, £33. Hello, Saturday night. Quite a nice evening it's been, just clouding over a bit now. No fish during the day today since the 33 this morning. Yeah, nice sunny day, chilled out. I'm still sort of basking off my success, which makes a change. So yeah, enjoying myself. It's probably about 8:30 now. Got the radio on, which is gonna be in a big fight later, Joshua and Usyk 2. Just had a curry delivered from, is it Star of Asia? There's a menu in the lodge, and we've had curries from them before last night, so he's messing about cooking. So everything's pretty chilled. I've got a beer, first one. I've just had the pack of pork scratchings, which is tradition. I've had that, and I'll have my curry later. It's just been delivered. I'll have mine in about an hour and a half. I'm going to listen to the boxing, and actually I will say my rods are out. Obviously I'm relatively confident I'm going to get one, which in the past hasn't been the case here. So success gives you confidence. Hope that doesn't come back and bite me in the arse. It's the last night, Saturday night. This could be my last night of UK fishing. So let's see how it goes, guys. But either way, perseverance for me. Hopefully some decent angling, right conditions, right spots. All of these things come together, don't they? All of these things come together for you if you're going to do well and catch. So I've done alright. One more fish should be a right bonus. Nice one, guys. Let's see if we can get one. Morning, and so much for saying I might get a run last night. At the moment I have not had a run, so that's a shame. Yeah, I did think I was in with a chance. Well, of course I was in with a chance, but there's only about an hour to go, so that brings an end to my Olivemead adventure for this year. So the 3 trips, first 2 as we saw, nothing. So I've kind of regained myself a little bit on this trip with 4 runs, 2 fish landed. But I mean, ultimately I guess 2 fish in 3 trips isn't ripping it up. But there we go, I stuck with it, perseverance, and it kind of came good on this trip. So you need conditions on your side, you need a little bit of decent angling, and you need a big slice of luck. I mean, you can turn up, can't you, in the first hour and probably bag a big one, and jobs are good. But there we go. So guys, I hope it's been useful this trip. Nothing really about me, it's just about the lake and you know, what to do, maybe what not to do. There you go. So hope you've enjoyed it, guys. That's what it's all about. Nice one. If I get one more fish in the last hour, I'm going to start packing my first rod up in about 20 minutes. Who knows, we get lucky. I doubt it though. Guys, take it easy. Nice one.